name is Tucker Nelson. I'm a senior here at Clemson University. My major is packaging science with an emphasis in materials. And I built this guitar right over here just for fun. I thought it'd be a fun little project. I saw Fender do it, and I thought maybe I can try it. So that's the whole idea behind this, is trying to recreate this. And based off the video, they don't have a lot of specs. I read some PDF they had, and it said they were using like 275 B flute, and that's ridiculous. Most B flute, I think it only goes to like 40 or 50 something. So I only had to use what was available to me, and that was 32B. So the whole body is made out of 32B, no epoxy. That's a lie. There's some epoxy in like the screw holes for the screws and the tremolo screws. Basically where a screw is, there's a little dab of epoxy just so the screw can hold on to something. But structurally, it's just cardboard and white glue, which I use Pratt's white glue, which is apparently like Elmer's glue, but a little something added to it. I don't know what that is, but they said the closest thing to this glue that I used is like Elmer's white glue. So that's all that's holding this together. Now, this project took, I don't know, probably total time, maybe a month at most. But it's so spread out, it took probably a little bit over a year to complete, from when I made the body, got it all glued together, to when I recorded those clips in the beginning. And that's just because, I don't know, I started it super late on my co-op, so it was in November, completed the body, moved back, started semester again, so it kind of got pushed to the back, because there's no urgency to do it because it's just for fun. So it gets, pushed back, and then summer came along, put it together, it actually worked. Recorded some, but didn't record it on my interface. So it's just the camera audio. What was that? I'm switching the neck. It doesn't have a neck because I'm using my own Strat. I just take it apart whenever I need it. And I really like to play this, so I'd have to swap the neck a bunch. I'd have to buy strings, I'd use 7s, I can't just use 10s, so I gotta wait for those. And so it's just all these things would just kind of culminate, and it's just a slow process. And throughout the year I met a lot of cool people, like John at Sims and Spencer at Jimmy Wallace out in Garland. Huge shout out to Spencer. He helped me a lot. He gave me a lot of information. He's just so kind to me. If you're in the area, if you're in Dallas, make the drive. If you're in Fort Worth, make the drive. Just go to Jimmy Wallace. They're fantastic people. They are very kind and just cool to hang out with. Yeah, learned a lot. Like I said earlier, built a couple necks and they failed. I mean, I was just testing out a bunch of stuff, and you know, here's the one with fretted, and I didn't have great tools out in Dallas, so it was kind of choppy. Maybe if this was thicker, it would have worked. But the good news is, I'm not done with this project. I still have a block that I made, and probably have to use epoxy. I don't know about a truss rod. I know Fender used a truss rod, but it'd be a lot cooler if it didn't have a truss rod. That's a whole nother feat. And a couple companies jumped on board and said, hey, we'd like to, I guess, sponsor you. They just sent me parts. But 920D and Fiesta pickups stepped up to the plate. I have 920D stuff in my telly and my other telly that I sold. Great stuff. And then Fiesta pickups had the hardware, so they just sent me a loaded pick guard, because I only asked for a clear pick guard because I wanted to see all the flutes. So if you need parts, check them out. And you might notice this area is a little bit darker than the rest of it. It's, like I said, it's over a year old. It got kind of weak, and late in the summer, probably August when I played it, I could bow this whole area right here where the neck plate sits. It does get weak over time. It's not like wood where it lasts forever. As much as I didn't want to put epoxy in this guitar, I had to epoxy this area, but that's the only area I had to epoxy. Still kind of true to my word, just have it where I need it. And I'll need it in the neck, so it's going in the neck. Maybe I'll do fretless. I mean, I tried the Fender neck, I tried an angled back neck, Gibson neck. I don't really know what's best. I don't know what Fender did. I don't know if they dunked the whole thing in epoxy. I don't think they did. Or if they sprayed it with something. Or if it really is just the board is that strong. I'll never know. They'll probably never tell. And the company they work with, I don't know. It's a whole secret. There's a couple people who have made something like this, but then they pour epoxy on it. I don't really count that as a cardboard guitar. That's an epoxy guitar with cardboard in it. It's kind of like if you were to make a ramen guitar and then you pour epoxy on it. Pretty much just an epoxy guitar with some ramen in it. This is a cardboard guitar. There's no epoxy. You know what I'm saying? It's not an epoxy guitar with cardboard in it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, you want to know more about it, I documented the whole thing, so I'll be putting out more videos. So just subscribe, kind of keep up to date. It'll be a slow process. There's a lot of footage, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to put it all together. I wanted to throw this video together, get it out there,